trap to make us going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, boy, we are not stopping. Aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange. And everybody's starving, hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in, we back.
A minute remaining, Brunson at three. Bam! Jalen Brunson does it again!
Que lo que, mi gente? What's good? How you doing? ¿Cómo está, cana? You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Hey, what's up? Bring it on in. Hope you guys are back at it. I'm with my cuz, primo hermano machetazo. What it is, cuz?
Ooh, let's go. Let's talk some Knicks. Let's talk about this win. Let's go.
Okay, short but sweet to the point. I thought he was going to give you a 110. ¿Cómo usted?
Yo, que lo que, mi gente, la 110. What's going on, people? What's up? What's up, Ruel? What's going on? New Knicks out there. He'll be joining us soon, I hope.
We'll see.
Yeah, what's up? Let's talk to the Knicks.
Let's go. Salute to the Chidat. Salute to the Chidat who's in the building. Buzzer beater. Always on time, early, boy. He might not be Latino. I don't know. Because he's early all the time. Salute to Buzzer beater in the building. Que lo que. And I believe you are. It's all good. Que lo que. Salute to Clarence Miles, the Indiana man himself. So Indiana's out of it. So he came on over. Salute to you, my brother. Misery loves company. Salute to you from the ATL. Peace up, A-Town down. We vibe with you, my guy. Salute to Michael Drake. Ain't see you in a minute, my brother. Appreciate you here. M. Drake in the building. Drizzy. Oh, yes, sir. I'm glad we won, he says. We must defend the 3-ball. Listen, what a wonderful win. Especially when it's against your number one nemesis. You gotta like relish in it. You know what I'm saying, Machete? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that vibe. We killed the
Good.
What do you call it?
It's a good win.
It's a great win. Not just good, great. Fantastic win. I said we was going for 5. I'm not going to say it about Machete because I'm going to be jinxing it, but great game. This was the third game. 3 games, 3-2-1. This was the third game. We got 2 more games to go in the season. Dope win tonight. We just molly-whopped them, all whatever kind of whoppings you're doing. Machete, your game plan on your coach. Your coach he's on the roll right now. This was a real tough game. Yeah, at Atlanta, I gave him the props for Atlanta. Would you say he's coaching his ass off?
Yeah, he sure is, man. Yo, you can see it because he's got that 5 o'clock shadow, bro. That he's always been clean cut, bro, but he had that 5 o'clock shadow because he's been coaching his ass off. But he made really good adjustments. He had Jordan Clarkson in there who was scoring for us, bucking buckets. Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart. These guys were coming. Even Mikal Bridges had his moments in there. We played really good together. Everybody's finding each other. We're passing the ball well, and it's looking really solid right now.
Are you not entertained? This team is doing it. Listen, and you can see the adjustments. Salute to Michael Brown. Mike Molasses still coaching pretty quickly. Salute to Mike Brown. He got it. I got a little worried in the fourth quarter. Don't even hold me. I ain't holding you. Whatever the slogan is that these young kids be saying, I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I got a little shook a little bit. I was like, damn, Josh Hardy's been getting beat backdoor. Pause. Defensively, I was like, maybe Mike Brown brought him in a little bit too early. But my guy came in. He came here from Star Trek. He's over here shooting jumpers like this. He's shooting jumpers like this, all wet. I mean, maybe that's a new shooting for him. You know what I'm saying? Nano. Salute to Josh Hart. The heart of the city came through with big shots. They say you're not going to respect me. He said, I'm 42% for 3 for a reason. You better respect my authority. That's what he said. He was a big shot for him. Loving it. Josh Hart energy was all over. Everybody played a big part of it. In the fourth quarter as well. Brunson, I thought, was going to start hogging a little bit. He didn't. Not that and he came in and got 5 assists. I want to say in the fourth quarter. Excellent vision by him. You saw him calling for Cat, and Cat even said, nah, do your thing, player. You got that big guy. Go to town, and, Work it. Loved it, man. Great game. Big game by the New York Knicks. We forced Boston to get 5 turnovers in the fourth quarter. We have 5 straight assists. Big game. Phenomenal game. New York Knicks win the final matchup. So we're 3-1 against Boston in this series this year. Bring them in the second round. I ain't going to get too crazy. Yes, they were missing Jaylen Brown, but so what? Who cares? I like that fact that we got it. I'm good. Let them rest. Let them get us thing. Whatever they're saying. 112-106. Big game. Big game. Let's go to the Knicks stats because I don't really care anything about the Boston stats. Josh Hart, 34 minutes, 26 points. He was 10 of 15 from the field, 5 of 7 from the three-pointers. Machete, is this just a new thing for Josh Hart that we just count him as a three-point lethal shooter? That's it? He's just, you got to respect it? Lethal shooter, 5 from 7 from 3?
Yeah, you got to respect it. They didn't respect him. Look what happened. And he hit it back to back. You gotta respect his shot, bro. He was very timely. His rebound, his 50-50, his aggression towards the 50-50 balls. He was getting that. Don't sleep on don't sleep on Josh Hart, but don't sleep on Mikal Bridges either, man. He's gonna have his moment. We're just waiting for him to have it and OG to have it. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I mean, OG's been balling too. OG's been averaging, I think in the last 3 games, he was averaging 52% for 3. Today he had a rough game, but he's been on a heater. Salute to the Knicks for next man up. Just somebody else willing to push, willing to make the team, whatever it takes to get a W. We are a selfless team now. Whatever the issues were before, you can see everybody said, throw that, whatever it is, we don't care about that. We want fucking W's. We want W's. We want this chip. We had the taste earlier this year. You know what I mean? You might want to mute that. I can hear that. You get. We tasted the in-season thing was a good thing, but now we need the real chip. Josh Hart, big game today. Huge for him. 1 of 2 from the free throw. 1 steal. OG Anunoby, 36 minutes. I would love a 20-point game for him. But he had a lot of, he missed a couple of shots, but I'll take it. 13 points for him, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Defense is always why we love him in the game. 1 assist. That 1 assist was to Mitchell Robinson. We finally started getting that lob in the pass around there. Karl Anthony Towns, 30 minutes. Listen, Coach Brown is consistently keeping him at 32 and under. He's doing real good managing those minutes, keeping Cat healthy all year. Granted, he hasn't mastered how Cat should play, but we're going to let that go. We're going into the playoffs. We back in the team. We back in the coach. Let's go Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, 16 points. He was 6 of 12, so 50% from the field. 1 for 4 for the 3. He was probably forcing a little bit, but love that he pushed that 3 out. 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. So he was being aggressive on the defense. What were your thoughts on Cat, how he was playing, setting up the pick, playing off of Brunson? They had a couple of pick and rolls. How are you seeing that 1-2 punch coming along, Machete? Cat and Brunson playing together. Do you see a more cohesiveness now coming into the playoffs? Not that one-on-one thing?
They're starting to gel. I mean, they should have been gelling before, but they're starting to find each other and assist more to one another. Cat played good, man. He still was a little, he's playing a little bit more aggressive, and his passing is phenomenal. They're passing each other between, and Brunson can pass. That pass to Hart and the inside that I don't even know what you call it. That sidearm sling that he did in the inside and caught Josh Hart for the basket. Yeah, stuff like that. We're starting to see more between Jalen Brunson and Cat.
Dope. I'm loving it. All right, I won't catch you off guard. I know you. Hey, salute to Just Knicks in the building. Hey, buzzer beaters, happy to see Michael Drake in the building. Let's go. Beat last year's win total. Hey, that's a fact. 52 wins, Machete. Your coach, who you've been glazing, he beat Tom Thibodeau's record of last year. 52 wins, not 51, 52. Which I think we have 1 more to 2 more. That's a 53-54 at the beginning of the year. So if we win these 2, we hit my number exactly. 54 wins, 53-54. I was calling earlier this year. Dope. Give it to the team. Karl Anthony Towns played a great game. I'm liking the 1 and 2 combo. You're seeing Cat still complaining. He's still talking. The team's going to tell him to just move on from that. But the fact that Jalen Brunson and Cat are playing well with each other, that they're not, all right, you go, I go, you go, I go. Brunson is finally seeing, and I'm not saying finally, I'm sarcastic, but nonetheless, Brunson is seeing the advantages of setting up the pick man. Whoever's setting him up a pick, whether it's Mitchell Robinson catching the lobs, whether it's Cat, he's seeing how it has to collapse the defense. They're not going to stay on him, and he's having wide open shots. Some shots that he should be hitting. I just don't think he's even used to even being that open, that he's missing some. So I'm loving the pick and roll setup between them guys. Fact that we beat that last year's total, I'm with that. If the Knicks, Michael Drake says, if the Knicks in second place, who they play in the first round? If they're in second place, I believe it's the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken. I know if we stay where we're at in third, we play Toronto, which I'm not mad at that matchup. So I think we will play Toronto. The 2 seed will play Atlanta if Atlanta stays there. Because right now, as a matter of fact, Toronto just won. They beat Atlanta. Sorry, hey, Ms. Watkins. I'm sorry. I know you feeling bad. Anyway, Toronto's actually owned Atlanta. Atlanta's been one of the hottest teams, them and Charlotte, in the NBA. But Toronto's beat them 3 out of 4 times already, and they just leapfrogged them to the 5th position. So they're pretty much tied. They own the advantage, so they're above them. So it's gonna be kind of crazy. Machete, your Knicks banner is nice. That's what they said for you. Michael Drake likes that. Was it Michael? Yep, Michael Drake said that. Do we want the 2nd seed? Buzzer beater says. If we can get it, listen, it's just about getting fucking W's right now. I would like it. I would like it to get the number 2. That gives you home court advantage throughout the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. If you can get it, great. We already know, but Boston needs only 1 win. They only need 1 win to guarantee it, clinch it, and hold on a second. Unless they fail and lose 2 games, they play a back-to-back tomorrow also, which is more than likely why they were resting Brown. Which is crazy. I don't think they want to throw all their eggs into the basket. They're trying to get healthy for the playoffs. They only need 1 win, so that's why they were just trying to see what was going to happen. I think 3rd is good. I'm fine with 3rd. If we happen to get it, I said we're going undefeated. So we win these next 2 games. Whatever happens, happens. Knicks go in the right mojo, winning. Different types of teams, which has been phenomenal. You know, they played Boston, which is one type of team. Playoff ready, half court type team. They had Atlanta, a tall, lanky team, aggressive, fast, young. You know, so we've been beating different types of teams, which is very good. I'm happy with how we're doing now. So salute to the Knickerbockers. Let me see who else we had. Mikal Bridges, 31 minutes, 10 points. It's probably about 8 or 9, 10 out of his average, but he got the first 7 points of the Knicks today. So he set the pace right off the bat. He got the first 7 points, hit 3-pointers, 2s, assists. Josh got him a 3. We started good. Everybody's rolling. So it's hard. It's not that Brunson that Bridges is doing bad, guys. Before we start jumping down the players' throats, that this guy's doing bad, OG's doing bad. It's whoever's cooking. Whoever's cooking. We got too many great talented players for a starting 5. Whoever's cooking that night, just let him cook. He started us off good. He started the tempo, dictated the pace. We're not going to start slow in the first quarter. So that energy sparked everything for the New York Knicks. What are your thoughts on Mikal Bridges? Even though at 10 points, that 7-point run, do you think that mattered on our impact for us starting slow, that he created the energy early?
Yeah, man. He played, almost 31 minutes. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. He didn't do too bad. He did really good. He was 4 for 4 from the free field goal. He hit all his field goal. He hit all his 3-pointers. Yeah, man, this guy he had 2 defensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a positive 17. He was the highest plus minus on the team.
That lets you know.
That's as far as that lets you know where he was at.
He impacts winning.
He's just getting started. Yeah, Josh Hart played 34 and a half minutes, had 26 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. He had 1 steal. He was 10 or 15 from field goal. He was 5 or 7 from the 3-point, and he was 1 of 2 from free throw attempts. Was he only had 1 rebound, 1 defensive rebound. He had 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, but was a +6.
Love it. Hey, I mean, they're playing good. Salute to Just Knicks. Just Knicks says Josh had erratic first half. Glad to see him not pass up the 3. Facts. That's why I was a little nervous in that third and fourth quarter. I was like, you brought him in a little bit too early. He was wilding early, but hey, salute to Mike Brown trusting him. Salute to Mike Brown. I thought, Mike Brown has been pulling players out, pulling them in, a little bit different. But the fact that he trusted Josh earned it. You know what I'm saying? Josh definitely earned it. He was wilding a little bit early, and he pulled it together. He's a fourth quarter player. He is what it is. Humberto de la Osa is probably going to come here shortly and say the Knicks are a playoff team. So, yes. And buzzer beater, yes, your Spanish was correct. You did say it correct. Que lo que. You said it correctly. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe. Listen, buzzer beater knows what he's talking about. Follow the instructions. It's easier to do, right? It's easier to do. Michael Drake says, I don't care if it's second place or third place. Hawks first, Celtics, Toronto next, and then Charlotte. That's right. Listen, one by one, we knock them down like dominoes, just nice and slow. Each team has its own, own thing to. Now, we've won 11 in a row against Toronto. This is not sliding them. This is not saying that we're just going to run over or pancake anybody. Everybody's fighting for position. This is the toughest time to win of the season on top of that. Everybody that we're facing from the last 10 games has had reason to win, minus the Wizards. Other than the Wizards in Brooklyn, everybody else we played has been jockeying for positions. You know what I mean? So that's been the difference on there. Toronto's trying to get to plays. They just won tonight, and they just passed Atlanta, so they have purpose to win. They're tied basically with Atlanta, even though they own the tiebreaker. They need one more to stay on top because Cleveland's breathing down. I mean, I'm not sure it's on 6, but I know Orlando's there too. Charlotte's close that they're breathing down their neck, so they need that win. They're not getting that tomorrow though. Toronto's not getting that W on us tomorrow. We're at home. Machete's favorite thing. Machete, they're home now. They're rested. They got to see their families. Go ahead. Give me your spiel. They're home now. They're rested. They don't got to take nothing but just a car ride home. They don't got to fly. They don't got to go to no stanky hotel. They can sleep in their luxurious beds. And then we got a back-to-back tomorrow. Do you think that any tired legs? Let me ask you. So tomorrow we got Toronto. We've beaten them some time. Mike Brown is kind of short in this rotation. He's somewhat. He's short in the rotation. Maybe 9 players is what he's kind of going with. Do you think tomorrow against the game, we obviously know Mitchell Robinson's not going to be there tomorrow on a back-to-back. So that's going to leave players. Do you think you see a Diawara in this type of game tomorrow, or maybe Jose Alvarado? Do you think you see them, or does he stick to kind of like what you're looking at now, playoff rotation?
I mean, our bench didn't do too good tonight. Our bench, most of them.
Como está acá now? We're getting some packing
buckets. Other than Clarkson, who was in the positive, everybody else was in the negative. Even Mitch Rob was a little bit in the negative, even though Mitch Rob did really good. But he should continue to play more Jordan Clarkson, more Lambry, more Shammer, and more Deuce. Because these guys got to it's just a matter of time before they start hitting their shots, Deuce and Landry. You got to keep them in there, especially a team against Toronto, who won't be too much of a challenge, but they kind of like.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, they Pauls like to play us hard. Toronto does. They play us well. They got a good coach. They got a decent coach. I forgot who their coach was again, but I know he plays as well sometimes.
What team?
Yeah, but we need to see more Landry Shaman, and we need to see more Deuce out there on the floor. They need to get their legs underneath them, both of them, because they've been out the longest.
No, you're right. They struggled tonight. You're right. Good call.
They struggled a little bit. It's also, again, you're playing players that aren't used to playing one another on the floor. We did need to see Shaman in there tonight against Boston because he helped us beat them in the playoffs. So Mike Brown played the guys who helped us win in the playoffs, and he changed it up a little bit. Jordan Clarkson, other than Jordan Clarkson, but we're playing Deuce, who's coming back from an injury, and Shabnam's coming back from an injury. These guys still need to have that chemistry, find that chemistry. So we need to play them more. We should play them for the Toronto game.
And listen, I gotta agree with you. They struggled tonight, but they both played exact minutes, 19 minutes. Landry Shamet had 3 points. He was 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3 points. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist. You can see he was trying. He's trying in the system, but I totally agree with you. You're more than likely going to see Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride get heavy minutes and let them get into some kind of groove because they are the big barometers. Not only they play defense, they're our best 3-point shooters. McBride's over 40%. Landry Shamet is just at 39, if I'm not mistaken, right at 40%. So you definitely need them going in these playoffs. So I can see why he would play them and get them in rhythm. He's probably going to play them as well tomorrow. Give them some, get them going. You may see a small amount of you may see Mode tomorrow, maybe, because you're going to have Mitchell Robinson out tomorrow. So you're going to need somebody else. So probably Hook Porty. You could probably see Hook Porty and him coming in the game to give him some break. But yeah, I do agree with you. I think Landry Shamet and McBride have got the green light. That's why you're not seeing Jose Alvarado. And I agree with you, Michael Drake. Kolek needs reps, but they're in the out right now because you got these two guards. They both came from injury. They both need to get in rhythm. They're both probably our top best shooters and defenders, and they both play phenomenal with every rotation, whether it's playing alongside Brunson, whether it's, as you saw, the killer team, which was, who was it, Mitchell Robinson, you saw Shamet, you saw Deuce, you saw he played him with OG, and then he played him with Como Está Cana. That lineup right there, Operation Lockdown, and they can score. But you can mix them in any kind of ways. So you're probably going to see them get rhythm. I don't know if they play 20 minutes tomorrow. I mean, that's not a lot of minutes, but you definitely want to get them in rhythm. They definitely need shots, so I can definitely see them get it going. We would need them against a team like Charlotte. So you're going to definitely see them. If they're not playing a lot of heavy minutes tomorrow, you're definitely going to see them play that against Charlotte for sure. 1 second. Is that some... There you go. Now I see your screen now. And they asked for Sheik. My brother is in, I think, Tennessee right now. He's in a different state doing more work, hustling. He's probably driving, if anywhere, or doing another job, so he couldn't make it tonight. You guys know he's always on the job and always comes in whenever he can, so if he can't make it today, he deserves a day off, just like Keith Watkins. I think that's a day off today. But appreciate Machete for holding me down. Salute to him. Salute to M. Spesh. New Knicks, salute to all of you guys. We appreciate you guys holding it down. Machete holding it down for me here. Appreciate you. Let me see. Mitchell Robinson kills playoff teams. Listen, Mitchell Robinson, when he is in the lineup, bro, he's a soul snatcher. Machete, you can see it. When they see Mitchell Robinson's playing, they're like, fuck, he is a soul snatcher.
Yep.
He is a soul snatcher. He had them people shook. Tell me about what you saw with Mitchell Robinson tonight.
He's a problem, bro. He's a big guy to deal with him. No, I'm glad we have him, man. There was a moment there when he almost pulled an Embiid when he pulled the guy down. It looked like almost something like an Embiid did to him. I was a little nervous right there, but it happens, man. But yeah, he's a problem, dude. We got him in there for rebounding and making really tough for the other side, especially a team like Boston. Yeah.
And the fact that people are actually using him, you're seeing Brunson finding him, you're seeing OG finding him. You already know Josh and McCall, so that everybody's looking for him as a lob threat. So now the other teams before we never used that in last year or the year before. You know what I'm saying? For the last year and a half, 2 years prior to this year, we never used Mitch for a lob, which the only person who used to do was RJ Barrett. He was the only one who used to find Mitch on a lob, which is inconceivable to me. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But now that they're finding him, they got to respect that. They got to respect the lob. They got to respect the threat of Mitchell Robinson as a pick and roll when he's coming up on the screen, him and Cat, which is going to be, that's just finally, we are using the pick and roll. We are finally using the pick and roll. The easiest, the number one play created in the NBA. We are finally taking advantage of that. Michael Drake says Diawara must play in the playoffs. Nobody can stop him. I agree. But I think what you're seeing now is Mike Brown is fine tuning these knives right now. Right now he's sharpening these knives, these rotations. You saw the little death squad he had. That's his little go-to Ginsu knife when he put out Mitchell Robinson, OG, Clarkson, Deuce, and Shaman. When he had that lineup on there, forget about it. That's when we went on the run and we was locking the whole team down. And then that's when he brought back Josh. That he was a little slow, and I was like, ugh. Great rotations, great team, but he's trying other things. Tomorrow is definitely a team that you could see Diawara, a team that's a little bit taller because Toronto also has some lanky players. They got Brandon Ingram, tall player. They got Scotty Barnes, tall player. RJ Barrett's no slouch. He's about 6'5", 6'6". You know, except for the two small point guards, Emmanuel Quickly, and then the other guard that they got. Everybody else is pretty tall. They got Yoka Pirtle. So they got a pretty tall team. Which that's why they matched up really good with Atlanta, and they beat them. So although we do have their number, we can't take them lightly. I don't think we do. But I still think we get that W. I think we're going to sweep the ending of the year. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Sharpen for OKC. My son is, he cringes here in OKC, my oldest. And he's like, "Oh my God, we got to go through OKC." Listen, as a Knicks fan, I'm not scared of nobody. A healthy Knicks squad, they need to fear us. All that glazing they were doing tonight, you heard Stan Van Gundy. Everything was about Jason Tatum. Everything, every commercial, they were glazing the shit out of Jason Tatum. The Jason Tatum credit card, it cuts credit in half. It was crazy. Everything was just Jason Tatum this whole time. And even with that, we still beat him. Take that for data. Let me see. Buzzer Beater says, as long as you're a Knicks fan, you're okay with me. Facts. Hey, listen, we from the womb to the tomb, that's just going down with us. I'm gonna probably be wearing this hat. Talk to me. Que lo que, machete? Misery Loves Company says, my sons and I are starting a channel. They changed the account. I'm going to open another with the name. One sec. Salute, brother. We'll support. Appreciate you. Let me see. Listen, dope game. Jordan Clarkson was a spark plug. We were struggling a little bit, and that was when the Shamit and Deuce was in that lineup with him. You also saw it with Mitchell Robinson. And then that's when he kind of put Josh Hart in because Shamit was struggling. 19 minutes, he only had 3 points. Deuce McBride, 19 minutes, only had 4 points. They were both hit one for three-pointer, so you want to see that. Deuce looks a little hesitant. I don't know if he trusts his full skill back yet. And then same thing with Shamit. Shamit was a couple of times I thought he should have pulled up, and he kind of over-dribbled. So I guess they're kind of little... just confident that Michael Brown trusts them to run the ball and facilitate. You were going to say something?
No, I'm looking at the box score for the Celtics. Not that we care. I mean, even though our bench was a little bit in the plus, in the negative, if you want to say that, we weren't too much in the negative. I mean, Landry Shaman was a -9. Robinson was a -2. McBride was a -2. And that's about it as far as our bench. But as far as the Boston's concerned, Tatum was a -16. N. Quinta was a -7. Jay Walsh was a -9. D. White was a -3. They really didn't show up, even though it looked like they were. They did show up, but we played good defense on them. We really did held them down though. For 106 points for Boston. They scored the first 100 points, first 101 points actually, because usually the first team to get to 100 is usually going to win the game. But somehow, technically, we got to the 100 first because they scored 101, but we scored to 100. But I knew right there we were going to win after that, even though it looked like we were losing. But our team played really good defense against them. We held them down in the negative for the most part, especially Jason Tatum. It probably would have been a different story if they had Jaylen Brown in there. But lucky for us, he wasn't in here. He didn't play tonight. We had a full contingency. We had everybody playing. all our guys, starters and our bench guys playing, and we did well. Yeah.
Love it, love it. Hey, check my stats. The last live, I know I said 112, 108. Check me. All right, I said.
I love.
You know what I mean? So in the rebound game, we won the rebounds. We have 48 rebound, 13 offensive rebounds. Wait, let me make sure I'm looking. No, sorry, Celtics won that. I was looking at the wrong one. So Celtics got 48 rebounds. So listen, that's 2 games in a row that we won that the other team wins the offensive rebound. So they know that's our niche. They know that if they think that if they can out rebound us, that they can beat us. We're always going to find a way to win. That is typically our niche, but 2 times already you've seen teams in these last 4 games that have out rebounded us. Atlanta and then now Boston. So they beat us. They had 13 offensive rebounds. We only have 5, which is very unheard of for us. They had 10.
Yeah, crazy.
And we forced 5 turnovers for them in the fourth quarter. They had 10 total. We only had 7 in the entire game. I said we have to stay under 12. Fantastic game. Great ball management by the New York Knickerbockers. Low fouls for both teams. 17 for us, 16 for them. Not bad. The 3-pointers, we took 35. We made 15, 42%, which is really good. So we had the better, even though they hit all those threes that looked like they had way more, we actually they hit one more than we did. Buddy was on fire. Whatever their buddy's name was that played. They had 37%.
We had 29 assists to their 23.
Big game. That was huge. That's a 27 and up. That's the number. I don't care about anything else. I mean, obviously you care about other numbers, but assists means everybody's playing. Everybody's touching the ball.
And that's how we win games, bro. Like 29 assists, was it? And 7 turnovers. That's what we need to see more of, bro.
And I let you know, look, in both the games, think about it. Both the games that we always win the rebound game. The fact that these other teams try to beating us at the rebound game, how do we counter that? Sharing the ball, low turnovers. Because both those games that they out rebounded us, we had 29 assists. So that's our counterbalance if we're losing the rebound, which is good. 2 blocks, points in the paint. We dominated 46 to their 32. They had fast break points and their bench point, but it's Boston. We know they got probably one of the best benches out there. And then the largest lead we had was 13. So good game overall. Super excited about that. The assists must be over 29 to win. Listen, absolutely. So love that. 1 second here. All right, hold on. No, so loving it, man. Loving everything that we got going on here. Appreciate that. The Knickerbockers played a phenomenal game. Love that we beat our nemesis, the 112-106. Again, we got a back-to-back tomorrow. We can't be too high, can't be too low. Got to focus on this next win. Go home and rest. Be ready for the game tomorrow, and be ready from tip-off, from the time the ball goes up in the air. Be aggressive. We can't have any lulls in this game. We can't have that mentality. Your thoughts for a win tomorrow, Machete? You're on mute. I'm
looking right now. It looks like the Heat went into Toronto and lost 114 or 128. So Toronto won their game tonight, and they're kind of coming to New York tomorrow. I'm looking at the other games. Chicago beat Washington. Pacers beat the Nets. Who cares? And Houston Rockets beat the 76ers. And right now, the Golden State's 4 points are 35-31 over the Lakers. And that's watching the outs right now.
Watching the outs.
So the Toronto just beat the Heat. So they're at home. They're gonna be traveling tonight, coming down to MSG. The game tomorrow is gonna be at 7:30. So they'll probably get in, by midnight, 1:00, whatever it is. Rest a little bit, and then be ready to play us.
Facts.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good win.
Yeah, we got another
for
game
us.
tomorrow at 7:30. So it's a 7:30 game. They got time to rest. They're gonna go back, recuperate, ready to go. We know Mitch is not gonna be there tomorrow. Cat versus Jakob Pertl. So Cat's gonna play. Plays very well against Jakob Pertl. Jakob Pertl's not a big defender. He's a little bit slower now. He's getting a little bit older, but I think you're gonna see him, maybe Hook Porty, and then I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little bit of Mo Diawara, aka Area 51, UF Mo. Definitely want to see some more of the UF Mo. Last 2 games of the season, Machete, does it feel a little bittersweet, or you've been just get me to the playoffs? Forget the regular season, just get us to the playoffs. That's all I care about. Are you a little sad that it's kind of ending for the regular season? Go ahead.
No, I would like for us to win all the rest of the games we got. We still got the Toronto game, and then we got another one against Charlotte.
Yep, on
right?
Sunday.
Are we playing away?
On Sunday.
Is that
all at the Garden. The rest of the games are at the Garden.
All the rest of the games at home. So these are going to be very good, challenging games. You know, the Toronto, I'm going to sleep on Toronto, bro. They're still like on 6th place, I think.
Yep.
A couple of games behind us. And they're going to come for us. And then the Hornets, too, because they're both battling. They're both battling for the spot, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if my standing right now. Yeah, you got Toronto in 6th place, and then Charlotte is still in 9th place. But it's close because Toronto's 44 and 35, Charlotte is 43 and 37, even though they're vying for the 9th place. Behind Philly behind Orlando behind Toronto. That's the standing right now as far as those guys are concerned. As far as the last 4 teams are going to be Cleveland's in 4th place, went 3rd, behind Boston 2nd, behind Detroit. Did Cleveland win tonight?
I'm not.
They play tonight. They didn't play tonight.
Tomorrow they play. They play tomorrow.
Okay.
And then they play in Atlanta too. They got Atlanta for 2 more times this year. I mean, the end of the season right now. So
yeah, I think they played.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
That's Hyman. Good time. Yeah, I think they play Atlanta. Cleveland does that in Cleveland, and then the next game is going to be in Atlanta. I think they go 1 for 1. I don't see Atlanta. I mean, coming in and beating Cleveland at home. And I don't see Cleveland going down to ATL and beating them. So I think that's going to be a lot.
As of today, here's how the playoffs would look. If everybody stays the way they are right now, if there's no switching any more positions on here, Pistons would play the 8th seed. So they have to wait for whoever the play-in, which the play-in starts Tuesday. So whoever's the 8th seed, you're going to have 10 and 9 play each other. They're going to play the winner of 7 and 8. Whoever wins 7 and 8, they're gonna play, and then they end up being the 8th seed. Whoever wins out of the play-in plays Detroit. Then you have Cleveland 4 and 5. If they stay 4 and 5, well, right now you said Toronto's in 5th place, right? Mm-hmm. Toronto's in 5.
No, Toronto's at. Hang on, let me scroll back up.
They 6 or they 5?
Toronto right now, and I don't know if this is updated right now after today's game. Let me try to update it. I'm looking at Basketball Reference. Toronto is at 6.
6, okay. So the way it is, so you're looking at Detroit for whoever they would play, whoever the 8th seed is. 4th and 5th would play. So that means Cleveland and Atlanta would play, which they're playing again tomorrow. So they have heavy implications for them. They're probably going to be seeing each other more than any other team. So they play tomorrow, and they could be definitely playing each other for the playoffs. Appreciate you, Machete, staying awake and with us here. And then the Knicks would play Toronto Raptors. So tomorrow's game could have implications of that's who we could be playing if we stay in 3rd. Whoever's in 6th place is who we would be playing, which is a battle between Atlanta and Toronto. So I don't know if we just if we just beat Toronto, so that we need to beat them anyway. But if we beat them, we keep them in 6. And then Atlanta, hopefully Atlanta has to win to stay in 5th against Cleveland. That's going to be a crazy series there. So it's going to be interesting. And then Boston would play the 7th seed. So since they're number 2, whoever is in that 7th seed for the play-in, that's who they would win. So that's
Orlando right now is 7.
Orlando's the
Orlando's
second.
the second round.
Listen, if it's Boston and Orlando, don't sleep on Orlando. They match up very well with Boston, as we do. But Orlando matches up very well with Boston. Atlanta, listen, if Atlanta and Cleveland play for the playoffs, listen, Atlanta might take that. Atlanta can knock out Cleveland in the first round. If they play together, do not sleep on it. That will be an upset. And people are going to be talking all types of shit for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell listen, this one he has to get to the second round. This one he cannot have on his resume to lose in the first round. He can't have this one. He has to get out of it.
You got James Harden.
And that's what you got. James Harden. You got Mobley. You got all the players. Like you got to at least first round. That's huge. Do you think that impacts him? Do you think if he loses in the first round again, do you think that hurts his legacy? Because he's got bounced out the first round like 2 times or 3 times in Utah. They lost to us a couple times. And then if they lose it, son.
No, because he's playing in Cleveland, dude.
But he was playing in Utah. I mean,
he was playing in Utah. He ain't playing in New York. If he was playing for the Knicks, he wouldn't be going out in the second round, bro. But he's playing for Utah and he's playing in Cleveland. He's playing for those teams. So if he was playing with the Knicks, if we had him, he'd be winning. You know, he'd be like, we'd be way ahead. We'd be Boston. We'd be way ahead of Detroit right now if we had him. But we don't have him, and you know he's Cleveland's problem. So right now, until he becomes a Knick, I ain't worried about him. But I don't think it ruins his legacy because as a player himself, he's a durable guy. He hasn't really been too injury prone lately. He plays really well. He's got them winning, and he's a killer. He's a killer. He's one of those guys you can't sleep on Donovan Mitchell, bro.
He is. I'll tell you this. As much I'm going to be watching the Knicks game tomorrow, I want to see that Cleveland-Atlanta game too. I'm going to be watching that. If it's at the same time with ours, I'm going to be
mm-hmm.
I'm never watching multiple games because that's going to be I don't know who to root for. ATL. We definitely need Atlanta to win. So I'm going to root in Atlanta. They can figure that out in the playoffs themselves later on afterward. So that's the way it plays off in the playoffs. So many games. Games tomorrow is going to make even more implications, and the seating could switch again. Seats are getting moved around like dominoes. But I'm excited for tomorrow's game, Machete. Tomorrow, I agree with you. Tomorrow's going to be a barn burner. Even though we got Toronto, we've beaten them quite a bit. I think they're going to listen. They're going to have to give us their best 1-2 punch because they're trying to advance and they don't want to see us in the playoffs. They got to play their best game. You're going to need 30 to 35 points from Quickly. You're going to need a 30 piece from RJ. You're going to need a 30 piece from Ingram. 20, a double-double, almost a triple-double from Scotty Barnes. I don't know if they have that in them. They could. They definitely could. I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening for sure. But I think they're playing very well. They just beat Atlanta, so they cooking. They feeling themselves. But it is on a back-to-back. I don't know if they got that energy. They got young legs, but we'll see how they play out tomorrow. I got us with another W. I think tomorrow's going to be a little bit lower of a score. Both teams are playing a back-to-back. I think it'll be 105-98, something like that. I think our defense kicks in. I think I think tired legs kick in a little bit. But I think we come out with a W and we have our 12th straight win against Toronto. And then that'll be ideally a favorable matchup, although I don't like talking about that. Who's favorable? Who do we prefer? Because it don't matter. We got to run through everybody anyway. We got to go through all of them anyway. So I rather everybody's Goliath. I want to battle all the Philistines, all the Canaanites, all of them. We the little giants like David. We're going to take over them. So I'm with that. We ain't scared. Men fear that. You know what I'm saying? Because this team, the New York Knickerbockers, just like Jordan Clarkson, we get some packing buckets. These motherfuckers. All right, I think that's all I got for today. Nothing too crazy. We got a big, easy game. Yes, root for the Hawks. All right, Michael Drake says we got to root for the Hawks. I'm waiting for them to win. Keep the standings the way it is. We beat Toronto. Hawks. Wait, that's crazy. Because if we beat Toronto and the Hawks win, then we'd be facing Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. We'd be facing it, which I don't care. Either one. That'll be a great series also, nonetheless. But I'm looking forward for us to win. Easy stream today because we're going to be doing a back-to-back. Listen, you guys are getting the best of me and Machete. Me and Machete usually sleeping at this time. He's, you know what I'm saying? You getting us past our nap time. You know what I'm saying? I'm full dad mode. He's on semi-retired mode. But the hardest worker in the building anyway. Machete, I appreciate you, my guy. Final thoughts tomorrow, Knickerbockers, Toronto. Any final thoughts before we close out? What you thought about today? Who's your player of the game today? How about that? Who's your player of the game today?
Oh, Josh Hart. Definitely Josh Hart, bro.
Oh, you got the easy answer. You got the easy one. That's right. I like that.
Josh Hart. For me, it was Josh Hart, and it was Mitch Rob. But you know what? I also got to shout out to Captain, bro. Captain kept us in there. Got shout out to the captain. He was in there. He played a really hard game. Oh, you gotta give it to all the guys out there. They were fighting each other. Were passing the ball around really well. And I like the connections. I don't even know. I like the connection that Jalen Brunson and Cat have. They need to find each other for that pick and roll. They did it a couple of times and they were successful tonight. They did at least twice where they did the pick and roll and they were successful looking for one another. And we need more of that. You know, we need more trying to find Josh Hart out there on the 3-point line. You know, and Cat just finding people and passing the ball the way he does. We need to see more of definitely Jalen Brunson getting high assists like he did the other night. He had 13.
Yeah, he had 10 tonight. He had a double.
Yeah, we need to see that because there was a couple of times. Oh yeah, I saw him. He was dribbling the ball a little bit too much, but he was still finding people. It wasn't like he was dribbling the ball and then trying to take a shot. He was dribbling the ball and then finding people. And so that was good to see. That was really good to see. That's what we need to see.
And the difference with that, to your point on that, so it wasn't like he was dribbling just to find his own shot. He was dribbling, waiting on a cutter. He was waiting on his other teammates to make the right move. It wasn't like he was like, come set a pick for me. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get a shot. He was dribbling like, yo, one of you guys cut. You set a pick and then cut. And he found Mikal Bridges. So excellent playing by Brunson. Excellent playing. To me, he was, other than Josh, I would say him. I would say he's my player of the game. Other than Josh, obviously gets game ball. He gets game ball. Mitchell Robinson, defensive player of the game. He, the steals. But Brunson, I was impressed, especially in the fourth quarter, because normally that's his quarter, and he ended up getting like 5 assists in that quarter with no turnovers. Phenomenal game. Loved it. And this is the type of game we need to see where he's getting everybody else involved. He wasn't just trying to do solo dolo. I'm going to be the hero. Phenomenal game by him. Organic, if the Knicks play the Hawks first round, can we keep the Knicks? Can we keep? Hold on. Will they keep the Knicks on their toes? Listen, everybody is, and it's the good thing about the Knicks is how our depth is that we have. That's what I was saying earlier, that we can play any team, whether it's a young, athletic, tall team. The advantage we have with Atlanta is that Atlanta has a lot of tall players as far as they have a gang of wings. Everybody is 6'8" and 6'10", their entire team. I went down their roster with M Special. Salute to M Special in the building. We went down the whole roster. Everybody's 6'8" or 6'10". The advantage that we have over them is that they don't really got a true 7-footer. We got 2 7-footers, and both those 7-footers are phenomenal. They have nothing for Mitch, and they got nothing for Cat. So when we play off those two, makes the game easy. You got Cat passing, Mitch dunking and rebounding. We have the advantage of Atlanta in that series on there. Great game. Knicks in 5, I would see that. It would be a great series either way. It'll be great, but they don't have a closer. Even their own announcer said that. They don't have a guy that they can go to. Even though I think CJ McCollum is a killer, and he can be that. He's just not consistently enough with that, and he's a little bit older. That's why I was saying earlier in the year I would love a CJ McCullough, and I think he'll have a game in any of the series. You'll probably see a game with McCullough having a 50-point game. I'll call that right now. He can have a 50, a 45-point game. Machete's ready to go. You can call. You can tune out. But anyway.
No. I was gonna. I'm shouting out everybody out there in the live chat. You know, shouts out to Buzzer Beater for life. Shouts out to Misery Loves Company 2026. M Drake. Shouts out to all you guys. Misery Loves Company says, what he says, I can't remember the last time that happened, twice in a row. He said something about ATL Cleveland tomorrow, correct. He said something really good. We need Atlanta to win. He said Orlando, Boston would be a great series, and yes, root for the Hawks. M Drake 36 says organic if the Knicks play the Hawks first round, and it can keep the Knicks on their toes. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that you prefer either one because, listen, as a Knicks fan, as a Knicks team, that's why I was saying earlier this week that the playoffs start with us 5 games ago or at, the last 5 games of the playoff. That's why I was saying it, because we need to get that mindset and get those W's now against good teams. We played against the Wizards and, the Brooklyns, and we beat them and dominated, especially the Wizards, but we need to do that against these good teams. And then beating a Boston, beating an Atlanta Hawks, which, by the way, these teams beat us earlier in the season by multiple points, except the Bostons. But nonetheless, to beat them out. Now, the Charlotte game is one that we need revenge on that one. They beat us. They spanked the shit out of us this year. They're the hottest team, them and Atlanta.
Like 20 or something like that. They gave us a really good, yeah.
Yeah, they gave us a paddling. If you're old enough to know what a paddling is.
Buzzer Beater for life asks Ruel, are the Knicks big in the DR?
Oh yeah. Listen, you got Cat, who's probably one of the biggest, if not probably the biggest donator in Dominican Republic. If you see the arena that he's building for people out there, the basketball court plus the baseball fields that he's built out there, he's done amazing. I can't understate the efforts that he's done for the poor population in Dominican Republic. He's an amazing player, so I can't get rid of him. I can't not back him. He's doing phenomenal there. So all he got to do is get jerseys. He's the guy. He's the guy. I'm with him, whether he's Dominican or not. But it's a blessing that he is. Since he is, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Obviously, I should be having this jersey by next season. You'll see the Cat jersey. Don't be trying to trade my boy away. Fuck Giannis. Don't be trading my boy away. Fuck Giannis. Every time we root for another team to win in order to help us, that never works. Buzzer beater. I agree. Listen, it is what it is. I just want to pop a popcorn, watch a good game. Hopefully they both play good, whoever it is. I don't care if we play Cleveland. I don't care if we play Atlanta, because we're going to have to go through all of them. So I'm glad Tatum's back. I'm glad whoever they got, I'm glad everybody's healthy. Because I don't want to hear no excuses. The Knicks won it because Tatum wasn't around. I want to hear none of that. I want to destroy all these people. Give us our fucking ring. I said from the beginning of the year, we're going to be the first team to win a chip and the in-season tournament. And it's happening this year. It's happening this year. Y'all better be ready. Ante up. Ante up. We winning that game. Tough game tomorrow. We're not going to say whatever, but we got the mojo going. Michael Brown, I'm looking at you. Keep the things going. You're getting a little bit better into the playoffs with your rotations and substitutions. And listen, let me give Michael Molasses Brown. I'm gonna give him a prop here. I'm gonna give Michael Brown props. He has been getting better. I've seen it. That when the team's struggling and he calls a timeout, he has a specific play for a specific player and gets him in rhythm. He did it for Mikal Bridges on a timeout where he made the play specifically for Mikal Bridges. He did one for Cat. So he's doing really good on a timeout play. He's done really good on that. I got to give him props. I'm on his ass, pause, a lot as far as giving him grief, but I always give respect to if it's earned. He's definitely got that on the play calling and figuring it out. So I got to give him props on that. I like Toronto in the first round. Got to beat everyone. Listen, we're going to go 5-0, the last 5 games. Tomorrow is game 2. That's it. And I think we're going to get this W. I'm excited. We'll be here tomorrow. Excuse these last couple of games. Me and Machete looking crazy. My brother looking crazy. We don't normally do this, but we're doing this for you guys. These last games coming live off of the games. Normally we do Friday 5 p.m. and Sunday 5 p.m. or later. But we trying to give the support for the team. Hopefully you guys are riding. If you're watching this, hopefully you're liking and subscribing. But we're going to start cutting it out of here for tonight. Love the W. Love the fucking W against the Boston Softons. The Softons. What do you call them?
The Boston Celtics.
The Celtics. That's the Celtics. I'm sleeping good tonight. The fact that we beat our number one nemesis, I love it. I'm Gucci with that. I'm good. Whether it's Boston, Indiana, or Miami, I'm good on those. I'm with that. Salute to you. Appreciate Machete in the building. Salute to Michael Drake, Buzzer Beater, Misery Loves Company. Who else we got here? Just Knicks. I saw you, brother. Don't try to sneak out the building. I saw you, my guy. Daniel Berry Sports. I saw you also. Appreciate you. Clarence Miles. Appreciate you. Appreciate all you guys. Quick little video today. Quick little, show. But we'll be back tomorrow. Again, looking tired, looking crazy. I might be cleaned up. Maybe I'm not. If we're looking crazy, support us. You know what I'm saying? We looking wild out here. But I appreciate you. Manito, I appreciate you. I love my cousin.
Good night, bro. Have a good one. Shouts out to Ruel. Shouts out to New Knicks. Everybody out there. Shouts out to the family, man. We love you, man.
We out of here.
And good game. Let's go Knickerbockers.
New York City. New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that shit with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years. That's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange, and everybody's starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers, all going in. We back.
A minute remaining. Brunson at three. Back!